I hope that you guys do take notes when you watch my videos. I would definitely recommend that you guys do. This is the step-by-step process, or not the step-by-step process, just a couple of things that we need to look at in order to find the trade. And I'm going to write this out for you guys, which I already did, and then I'm going to show you on a chart. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, do whatever you guys need to do. So the first thing that we want to do is actually get two indicators. If you guys type in Asia, you want to get the Asia range and kill zones right here. And this indicator basically shows us where the Asia session is, and I'll show you guys in a depiction in just a second. So what we're overall looking for when we are looking for the setup is I want the Asia session. It needs to be in a very clear direction. I do not want it to be choppy whatsoever. And when I'm looking at the Asia session, which is nice, is the Asia session is the session with the least amount of volume. So all through the Asia and London session, I want to see very small candles that are not making very big moves. Why? Because if that is happening, that means that the market makers are holding back the volume. And during the market open, that's when we want to see the volume come out. So the Asia session needs to be in a very clear direction, no choppiness. Second, the London or Asia range needs to break our Asia range and stay in that range. So I want to see the high of the Asia range be broken and for price to continue to go higher gradually. Or I want to see price break the Asia low and continue to go lower and lower gradually. I don't want to see very big moves during the Asia or the London session. I want to see the big moves happen at the market open. Thirdly, this is the final part when we're actually getting ready to trade. We need to see a candle close after the market open that is in confluence with our trend that was formed in the Asia session. So what do I mean by this? It actually occurred today, and it happened yesterday or on Friday as well. So this right here, once you get the indicator that I mentioned a second ago, this will pop up on your chart. This is our Asia range. Now I want you guys to notice how price all throughout this range right here, I sometimes like to get a rectangle and just drag it into the New York session like this. Now we can see price, it just consolidated all throughout the Asia. And then our London session, this is on New York time. I have it set on New York UTC5. So at 3 a.m. right here, this is when the London market opened up at the London session. And we can see price continued. But look how it broke the high right here. And it did kind of break the low right here, but I wouldn't count this as a break because it did come back up. So that's what I'm overall looking for, is I want to see the market consolidate like this with very, very small candles. Then what I'm looking for is this can happen at 9:30, 9:45, 10 a.m. And I'm usually on the minute 15. You guys can do this on the minute 30 or the 5 minute. But what I'm doing is I'm looking for a specific candle to close in confluence with my trend. And one thing that you guys can do that's really going to help out is look at the daily time frame first. Look at the previous daily candle, how it closes. So this was Friday's candle. Notice how it was a bullish candle. So my bias for today, that's how I got the bias for today, to buy. Okay? So what we're looking for is we want to look at these three candles to give us our confirmation. We can look at the 9:15 to 9:30, the 9:30 to 9:45, or the 9:45 to 10 a.m. candle. And you guys can push it back if you guys want. If you want to look at later candles, that's fine. I find that this strategy works the best on the minute 15 time frame. And what I would do if I were you guys, if you're a smart action taker, you would take a screenshot right now. And then you would go and print this screenshot out, and you would go compare that screenshot with older markets in the past. And you can see it reoccur. Like, look at, here's the Asia session right here. Boom. Into the New York. Look at how price broke up to the upside right here. Broke the Asia high. Never came back in this Asia range. It just kept going up and up. And it had this weird move on Friday. Then it came down. But at the 9:30 to 9:45, we had a hammerhead candle form, and then price continued to go up. So if you guys want to learn more about like candlesticks and how to read them better, type in Colt Mosdef candlesticks on YouTube, and I have like 5 different videos with my top candlesticks that I look at. So right here, this is a very good depiction on what we are looking for. And you want to find a candle, like you could have taken this candle right here, this bullish engulfing, with these 2 candles, a bearish and bullish one, that can be construed as a bullish engulfing, or you could have waited for this spinning top at 10:30 a.m. And one thing that you guys should do, or you could do, I'm not going to tell you guys to do anything, is if you do not see the candle close how you want, simply set a timer for, let's say this candle was it just opened up. This new candle opened up and it said 15 minutes. I would usually set a timer for about 13 minutes. So I'm not sitting in front of the charts, because I know a lot of you can agree with me on this. If I'm sitting in front of the charts, I might look at a candle and the candle might have 1 minute left till it expires, and it might close as a spinning top, or it might be forming as a spinning top, but the candle has not yet closed. A lot can happen in 10 seconds, 30 seconds, even a couple of minutes. So it's best that you kind of just walk away to avoid making an impulsive decision that's going to jeopardize your account. You want to wait for that candle to close, and usually right before this ticker is going to end the timer, I'm entering a trade when it has like 3 to 5 seconds left on it right there. Okay, so let's go to another example. I know there's a really good one right here that I liked. Okay, so same thing. Here is our Asia session right here. Okay, we could have entered right here at 9:30 to 9:45. We could have been buyers. And obviously, you guys kind of want to aim for the low within a time period. So from the open of the Asia session to wherever you are entering in the market, you want to find the low. Because ideally, if you were to have entered a trade, let's say I went for a long position right after this candle closed, and I was like, do you know what, I want to have my stops right below here. It would have stopped you out right here and right here. So you want to give it breathing room, but if I look to the left over here, I have this low that was hit after the Asia session. So I'll just drag it right down here to the low of the day, you could say, and boom, price didn't ever hit it. It retraced back in here, but then price went up. And yeah, that's a big stop loss, but what we could do is we have this high right here, or we have this high right here. So we could have aimed for this high right here, and that pretty much, or this high right here, and that gives us our 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio that we are looking for right there. So what I want you guys, or what I suggest that you guys do, is kind of go through, get your Asia session, figure it out, look for these very smooth days, and let me know if you guys see those. Like, here's a really good depiction right here, okay? We have our Asia session, high, low. Notice how price breaks the high right here, comes back in the range, which is fine. It can come in this range. We just don't want it to break the high of the Asia session and then the low. That's what I consider choppy markets. And what happens? Boom, we have this hammerhead candle close right before the market open, or right at the market open. You could have been a buyer right here, and then the low for that, or the low of the day would be right here. Have your stops below here, and then boom, ride price up to this previous high, or look for another previous high. So if I was to take a position here, let's say that I wanted to go long right here, have my stops right below here, actually right below here, since this is the start of the Asia session, and then my TP, I could aim for right here. Or if I wanted to get that 2-to-1, I could keep scrolling back, which is going to be hard to see right here. Yeah, price just kept going higher and higher. So we do have this high. Let's mark up these zones and see which one comes closest to it. So we have this one, then we have this one right here. And let's see what price does on that setup. Okay. Yeah, price wasn't even close to those zones. Where was that trade that I just saw? I lost it, guys. Oh no. It goes right back here. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, ideally this is what you could do, is aim for the highs. I like to really just aim for previous highs or lows. I don't really do anything other than that. But what you could do is, if you're really confident in the trade and you're like, all right, price is going to push up. And one thing that you could do is look at the previous days. If you see previous days that are choppy like this, where the market is just ranging, you can pretty much for sure say, okay, this day is going to be the day where it pushes up. And you can literally just get your stop loss amount of pips, 43, and times that by 2. So that would be 86. We could get our stop loss and take profit, 86. So now we have a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. And one thing that I've been teaching you guys too, or my students, is what I'm doing nowadays is I'm grabbing my fibs. Once I figure out the position I take, I grab my fibs from the entry to the take profit, my take profit, and I get the halfway point. And all I'm doing is I'm getting this trend line and I'm marking up that 50% level right here. Delete this fib. And then I'm simply going in and I'm writing 50%, take partials, and trail stops to our entry. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So now I can see once price goes and hits this point, I'm going to close 50% of my profit or whatever you guys want, and then I'm going to simply trail my stops to my entry. So if price does come back down to my entry, I already closed with profit. So this is a really, really good thing that you guys could be doing. So that's what I want to show you guys in this video. If you guys want to trade live with me, check out the link in the description, or simply go to US30 livetrading.com and you guys can sign up right here for only $100 a month. Talk to you guys later.
Not a lot of people made it to the end of the video, but you did. Make sure you share this video with a friend. Also, comment below. I want to know who you guys are and how I can help you guys out with your trading. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping weekly videos every single week on trading to help you guys out. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.